As Juliet's wedding date drew closer and closer, Aunt Cheta started making serious moves to ruin the day for everyone. She has vowed to make sure the day would be a bitter one for Juliet and Dr. Emeka. Aunt Cheta has been thinking of what to do so that she could create chaos at the wedding and no one would know she was responsible for what happened. Should I go to the wedding with my gun? Maybe I should just go there with my gun and shoot the two of them. They cannot get married and remain alive while I'm still here. Juliet and her man deserve to die and I will make sure I kill them. But I could be arrested if I shoot them in the presence of everyone at the wedding. Aunt Cheta said to herself. She was still in Lagos trying to figure out how to finish Juliet and Dr. Emeka. The wedding day was just a day away. Maybe I should send some boys to the wedding venue. They will shoot Juliet and Dr. Emeka and make sure they are dead. No one will know I was the one who sent the killers. If I do it by myself, every guest at the wedding might see me. But if I send some hired killers, no one would know that I'm responsible for their deaths. Aunt Cheta said. She picked up her phone to call her gang, but she changed her mind. But what if the police arrest the killers? If the killers are arrested, they might be forced to name who sent them and they will call my name. I don't want anything that will connect me to the crime. I just want something clean that will eliminate Juliet and her husband without connecting it back to me. How am I going to execute this plan? Aunt Cheta asked herself. An idea occurred to her after a long period of thinking. It is better for me to know the caterer who has been paid to cook at the wedding. I will use the caterer. I will bribe the caterer to poison the food at the wedding. Everyone who eats the food at the wedding will die. I will also bribe the caterer to poison the cake, the palm wine and every other thing to be eaten at the wedding. Even if Juliet and her husband survive it, they will have to deal with the problem of people who died at their wedding. This is a perfect plan. This means I will have to rush to the village immediately so that I will find and speak with the caterer working at the traditional wedding. Cheta said. She took her car keys and started driving to the village. She left Lagos in the night and arrived in the village in the morning of the wedding ceremony. Now is the time to pay a visit to that compound. I have to meet the caterer as early as possible. Aunt Cheta said to herself when she arrived in her house. She had parked her car and dropped her bag in her big house. She brought out the large bottle of potent poison she bought in Lagos and took it to Juliet's wedding venue. When she got there, Juliet saw her, but she pretended as if she did not know who she was. Aunt Cheta went to the back of the house where the caterer was preparing food for the traditional wedding. She saw the caterer and they started talking. I have a business proposal for you. If you are interested, you will become a rich woman after this wedding. All you have to do is to follow my instructions. It is a very easy and I will pay you millions for you to do just one job for me during the wedding this evening. Aunt Cheta said to the caterer who was listening to her with keen interest. She was yet to understand what Cheta was trying to say, so she was just nodding her head in response as if she was in agreement. What type of business is that and what would I do to earn the millions of naira you are talking about? The caterer asks Aunt Cheta. They had left the scene where the actual cooking was happening and gone to the back of the house to talk so that people would not hear their conversation. All you need to do is to poison the food you are going to serve at the wedding. I want everyone who eats it to die. I will pay you 10 million. But you have to make sure you poison the food you will serve Juliet and her husband specifically. I want the two of them to die unfavorably. You will get an extra 5 million if you accomplish this task. Here is the initial 10 million. When you are done, I will give you the remaining 5 million. And here is the poison you will use to do the job. Cheta said to the caterer, I will do the job. I will execute it perfectly. This is the type of job I have been looking for. The caterer said. She collected the money from Aunt Cheta and also collected the poison from her. Aunt Cheta left. She then went to where Juliet was and started apologizing to her. I'm so sorry for all I did against you. I'm so happy for all you have been able to achieve for yourself. I must confess that I'm proud of you. You are such a hardworking young lady. I pray that your home will be blessed after your wedding. Once again, please forgive me for treating you badly when I took you to Lagos. It was the devil that acted through me. Aunt Cheta said while kneeling down before Juliet, who was being prepared by the makeup artist for the wedding. I have forgiven you long ago. There is no need for apologizing. Juliet said to Aunt Cheta, who stood up and left the scene tearfully. She will think the apology is from my heart. She is not aware of the plan I have hatched against her. She and her husband will die today, and everyone who eats at her wedding will also die. That's when she will know that no one tries me and stays alive to tell the story. Aunt Cheta said in her heart as she was